Very good morning and welcome back to it. If you have just tuned in, thank you so much. And I'm going to continue to express gratitude. Why? Because over the last 2 months, with your unbelievable support, we have packed a sum total of just over 100,000 meals in partnership with Rise Against Hunger in our hashtag 1 million plus 1 meal campaign. Now, knowing that we are feeding young, very young children, being almost solely supported by informal creches in some of our most at-risk communities, all the motivation that we need now to redouble our efforts and our tally. In fact, we're going to take on the next 100,000 meals in one day this coming Saturday at Kenilworth Centre. So please welcome the driving force behind Kenilworth Centre's involvement, marketing manager, Goa Waja, and our great friend from Rise Against Hunger, Shanaz Stoffberg. Ladies, thank you so much for coming through. And thank you for being there from the very beginning. It was KC that actually introduced me to Rise Against Hunger and kind of opened my eyes to what you can do with this incredible dynamic of asking just everyday people to get involved, everyday shoppers. Why has this been, because you've been doing this for a number of years and been responsible for a multitude of meals being packed. Why is it so special to KC?
So this is our 10th year, Graham.
Wow.
And of course, we are a community centre, so we want to make sure that we service the community to our best of our ability. And it's very important to us to do that.
And it's not just your shoppers, but it's the community that feeds in and out of that brought us up. What I love about this is these aren't communities that are a million miles away, not in some war-torn corner of the world, but right here in our own backyard where the need is like a war-torn corner of the world, which is unforgivable. Shanaz, maybe you can paint a picture for us. What is the situation like where these meals are going?
90% of the time, Graham, it is the only meal that that child receives. But because our meals are nutritionally balanced, we are rested assured that the growing child, receives the nutrients that they need to develop like a normal child.
That, for me, the early childhood development, obviously having a young child, is massively important. Goa, can I ask you on a personal level to know that in our country, there are children dying of starvation, that there are children that would otherwise go hungry without these meals. How do you wrap your head around that?
Our economy and our community, it is in a really, really sad state at the moment. And it really just warms our heart that we are able to feed a child or feed children and make sure that they can, get through that day.
It's gut-wrenchingly sad on one hand, but then when you start to work in that space, and this is something that, Shanaz, you would know firsthand, when you see the knock-on effect, and you guys aren't just helping the child, but you're helping the creche, informal creche most often, where they don't have the support of government or anything, which makes it amazing that they're looking after so many children. How does it make you feel when you look back now over the last year, over the last few years, at the support that we've been getting? How does that validate the work that you do?
It humbles you. It's overwhelming. Communities, malls, people coming. The more we pack, as you know, the more we get to feed. And I can't describe the feeling, Graham.
I love it. It's something that you've got to experience. You've got to roll up your sleeves and actually do it. And it's amazing. Just a couple of hours, even 5 minutes doing it, because you're actively involved in the meal packing yourself. It's not just you donating money, but it's just, there's something very human about that connection. So we want, ideally, we're going over, for the next year, we want to get 1 million plus 1 meals, which seems like a huge undertaking. If I can ask you right now to speak to your competitors, what would you say to them to join the cause?
I'd like everybody or every shopping centre out there to at least meet what we're doing. So this year, we are doubling what we did last year and the previous year, 50,000 meals. We're doing 100,000. They should either equal or better that.
Completely.
And we won't stop as Kenilworth Centre.
I love it, because we won't stop until we've achieved zero hunger in this country. You've set that as a target by 2030. Is this achievable? Is it just a marketing slogan, or do you believe in your heart of hearts that we can eradicate hunger?
We believe that this is possible. That is our mission. 2030, it's possible.
We can eradicate extreme hunger, but we need to get through 100,000 meals in one day. Can we do this?
Yes, we can.
Definitely we can. So we've got our community. Definitely we can with their support.
and we need your support. So please get up, stand up, be counted. Get to Kenilworth Centre this Saturday. We'll be starting from 9 o'clock in the morning. You can go to rahafrica.org to the events tab to sign up beforehand. Schools especially, the schools with the most learners at our meal packing events, they are going to be invited onto Expresso to help us pack the last few meals live on the show this year. We'll be tackling, I think, the first just over 200,000 now, but we want to get 1 million plus one. And we say plus one because we will not stop until we have filled every hungry belly in this country. But you have a role to play, so please stand up to be counted.